What is up YouTube? I'm Royal, I'm rank 1 Wildrift, and today we're playing the buffed Karina. So if you guys don't know, in the last patch Karina received some major buffs. Her passive got nerfed a while ago, but it now does more damage than it did before the nerfs. So her passive, in the early game it's still quite weak, but in the late game it's absolutely insane, so her damage is crazy. And she's received some extra movement speed from her second ability, which is pretty nice. It's going to help her a lot with her escapes, it's going to help her a lot with trading in lane. And of course her ulti just received a damage buff with ability power. It's kind of small, but every buff helps, especially with damage on a champion like Karina. So now let's take a quick look on her build that I think is best, and then we'll jump into some gameplay. Starting off the build, you're pretty much always going to be rushing Boots of Mana. Karina is one of the best roamers in the game, so having that extra movement speed at the beginning is super useful. Obviously you don't care about the mana, but the AP and magic penetration in combination with the movement speed is going to be super useful. Your first core item is of course Infinity Orb. Karina is a reset champion. Every time you kill a champion, your basic abilities reset and you can use them again, so finishing off enemies that are low HP is super important, and of course Infinity Orb does just that. It also gives you all the stats you want: magic penetration, which is great for killing squishy champions, which Karina wants to do, a lot of AP, and even some movement speed, which synergizes well with your boots. Then you're gonna go straight into death cap, so you have the maximum amount of damage. And at this point, if the enemies have a lot of crowd control, you want to get your Quicksilver. Obviously enemies, when Karina ults, immediately try to interrupt her, so if you can time your Quicksilver really good, you can actually not get interrupted by enemy crowd control, and this can come so clutch in so many team fights. Then you're going for Crown of the Shattered Queen, because that spell shield again will stop enemies from interrupting you right away, and you can channel your ultimate and deal insane AoE damage. Your last items, you have a lot more flexibility. Usually you want to go for Rift Maker, get some more healing through the fights. Obviously this will also help you after you get your first initial kill and a couple seconds have passed, some extra damage on your abilities, but it's not a necessary item, right? These are the three core items that you want to be going. And then Rift Maker and Ocean Trident. Usually by the late game a lot of champions will have shields. Obviously if there's no shields, feel free not to take Ocean Trident. And one of your last items can actually be Rallies. Rally is really good at stopping enemies from escaping your ulti since it slows. So this is also a decent option if you don't really want Rift Maker or Ocean Trident. Versus really tanky champions, you can go Liandry's. However, it's not great because with Katarina you usually want to be one-shotting, right? Other options include Crystalline Reflector versus very heavy AD. And you can go for Psychic Projector as well if you would like to be a little tankier. So these are kind of your last item options, but as long as you have your core of Infinity Orb, Brabidons, and Crown, the rest of the items aren't as important. Jumping off to the runes, again we're focusing on damage and survivability. You're going to be going for First Strike, especially after the buffs. It's the best rune on Katarina. You're able to easily proc it with your first ability in lane, constantly getting gold, and it's going to increase the damage of your combo later on. Then you're going to be going for Resolve runes, because it's super important that you're tanky enough to not blow up, so you can actually do your combo and do your damage, right? So we're going to be taking Nullifying Orb, Bone Plating, and either Overgrowth or Perseverance. Usually Perseverance, if the enemies have a lot of crowd control, Perseverance is going to be super useful. If the enemies don't, then you can go for Overgrowth. You can, in theory, go Second Wind, which is really good on melee champions, so versus a lot of poke, Second Wind can be good, but Bone Plating is going to be more useful for early game trades and also for later into the game so you don't get bursted down. Lastly, you're always going Sudden Impact for the damage, of course, and for your spells, I go Flash Ignite, right? But I've seen a lot of Karina players replace Flash with Exhaust or Barrier, which are both fine options since Karina really doesn't need Flash because of her third ability. Also, another thing I want to mention, a lot of Karina players max their first ability first and then their third ability, but I do the opposite. I think it's a lot better to max your third ability and then the first ability, and I'll go more into that during the gameplay, but I think it's a big mistake that Karina players are making, and she's going to be just way better if you max your third ability. So if you really want to go Exhaust or Barrier versus certain matchups, you definitely can and not take Flash. However, Flash does give you a lot more opportunities to flash in from really far away and do your combo unexpectedly, so I prefer going Flash. Now let's jump straight into the gameplay. Okay, so I've picked Karina in a matchup that's fairly easy in laning phase, and that's versus Aurelian Soul. So this will allow me to not get completely stomped in lane, which is Katarina's probably weakest part of the game. Also, notice the enemy does not have a lot of crowd control, right? This is a great situation for Katarina to be in because it's very hard for the enemies to interrupt me, lock me down, and burst me before I can do my combo. So in lane, you usually want to play relatively safe, like I'm doing here. I just want to poke him down as much as I can. Ideally, try to farm as much first strike gold as I can. And then, when I have my ulti and I can actually kill him, I can look for more aggressive plays, I can look for roams, I can look for opportunities to get fed. And that's what's super important on Katarina. You want to get fed and you want to snowball. Katarina is a champion that you either go 20-0 or 0-20 with. She's not really a champion where you're just gonna... Oh, I completely griefed there. I missed a minion for no reason. But Karina is definitely not a champion that you want to sit around and do nothing with. You want to be proactive and you want to snowball. Because once you get a lead, you're extremely strong. So I dash on him to get the first strike gold, while also avoiding his third ability. And that's kind of how I want to trade with him. Oh, drop his ignite early. Oh, we should be good. That's kind of how we want to trade with Aurelian Soul. We really just want to jump on his face and try to avoid his third ability as much as possible. Obviously, we want to try and hide behind minions as much as we can as well to avoid his first ability. Okay, so now we have enough gold for our boots, and he has allowed us to push this wave. So we're gonna take the advantage of that and immediately base and get our boots. So this is our first small little power spike on Katarina. We have boots, we're about to hit level 5. We can actually even look for a solo kill if we play it well. Ooh. He was not able to stop him with a silence. Are they gonna live? Oh, got the minion, nice. Okay, both my teammates live. Big. No first blood. I'm waiting for him to show up so I can bounce my first ability on him. And as you can see, I'm maxing my third ability, and that's because the damage difference is actually pretty small. And you get more third abilities out in a combo, like I just did, to get the first blood solo kill, right? Because your third ability you can use multiple times in a fight, while your first ability you only use once, right? Even though it does bounce, obviously, so it hits multiple enemies, in the 1v1, your third ability is going to be more useful. Oh, hello, Gragas. He completely whiffed his ulti. You actually use your third ability to dash to the plants, which is why I did there to escape. Perfect, we didn't even need to waste flash, and we got the plate. We are chilling. Oh no, wait, we didn't get the plate. We pushed the wave. That's good enough too. But like I said, this is one of the main reasons you max your third ability. Also, because the cooldown goes down, when you get your passive, you can use it almost instantly. But if you don't max it, there's a little delay before getting your passive. So I get my passive, right, and I have it almost instantly because it decreases like 90% of the cooldown. But if the cooldown is higher, that 10% that's left is still gonna be quite a bit. So this is why I prefer maxing my third ability. This is something that, I'm not sure if they still do in League of Legends, but this is something that they used to do in League of Legends as well. And this is where I got this trick from. And now that the damage after like nerfs and buffs to Katarina has become quite similar, I definitely think it makes sense to max your third ability. I'm gonna flash over this wall just so I can get in range, clean up the enemies, melee tank my entire ult. And again, I'm able to use my third ability so often because every time I pick up a dagger, I get a reset of it, right? So it definitely makes sense. That was a really good roam, right? I pushed out the wave and I went to go for the dive. The enemies forced to play because they didn't want to get dove, and we're able to pick up 2 more kills. It's the exact gameplay you want to be doing with Katarina. Pushing out the waves, looking for 1v1 kills if you can and if it's an easy matchup. Otherwise, you want to roam, especially to the dual lane, because after you pick up the first kill, you get resets for the next one. We did miss a wave under turret, or at least half a wave under turret, but that's completely okay since it was a very successful roam. I don't want to push too hard right away, because there's no real roam opportunities right now. And maybe I can look for a solo kill even. I'm going to jump on him right away. Perfect, clean solo kill. Yeah, he definitely should have exhaust, but he's gone ignite. Gonna use that to check for Gragas. There he is, so we'll be a little careful, but I'm pretty sure we can get this plate. Okay, he's going to use wolves, so we're gonna push one more wave. Perfect, we're playing perfect. This is exactly what you want with Katarina. This is the perfect start. But it's not just about getting a lead. Now win to snowball with that lead, and Katarina is one of the best champions to do that with. Yeah, we already have 2,000 gold over our opponent. 4 kills, all of our team's kills to start off with. So it looks like the junglers are trading objectives. Maybe we can stop the Gragas. But first I'm gonna push mid for mid prio. Now I can look, but I need to be careful on how I approach this fight, right? I need to be able to get my resets. Kai'Sa is really low, so I can jump on Kai'Sa and get my resets. Perfect. Now I can chase the rest of them. I can get this guy too. Perfect. Great cleanup. Maybe the Gragas as well. Ignite. And the banana will attack. That should be enough. And that's another kill. We get an unofficial quadra and we're 8-0-0 already. Huge. We're actually able to get death cap before 6 minutes. We have 2 items before 6 minutes. And this isn't low elo. Like, this is Master Grandmaster in NA. Like, some of these players are in Grandmaster. So we're not playing in super low elo where it's common for Katarina to get fed. These are supposed to be good players. I can maybe look for engage here. I can jump on the Kai'Sa. Permilio just exploded. Maybe they're Aurelion Soul too? Oh, no, I was not able to jump on him. But we're happy with that double kill. And we have 10 kills already. We're snowballing so much. And of course, after Katarina gets a lead, she might just be the most oppressive champion with a lead. Like, the game becomes so hard to play if Katarina is ahead. Because her damage is just way too high. And if she gets 1 kill, she gets resets to completely finish off everyone, right? So if one of them makes a mistake and gets me a kill in a fight, with the reset I can always escape or even do more damage. And look at that first strike gold as well. Is that real? Is that 700 gold from first strike? 6 minutes into the game? That's insane. Oh, hello, Gragas. He uses his third ability. There's his ulti too. So they don't really have anything to stop me to go in. Gragas has like all their CC to stop me. How about Quicksilver as well? If I time it right, nothing will be able to stop me. I still need to be a little careful. Oh, they exhausted me. I probably need to get out of here. Okay, that's kind of a mistake from me. I need to really be careful of the exhaust as well, because that's going to cut off a lot of my damage. So if I don't get my passive procs, it's not going to be great. But we are able to get out and survive after we get our passive reset. Maybe I can roam top as well. Our team got a kill, so we don't have all our team's kills anymore, which kinda sucks. We can probably clean up the Yone. Goodbye. And that's 11 kills for the young Katarina. We are turbo snowballing. We're gonna take the top turret as well. Perfect. We're gonna base, and even though I'm so far ahead, when you are actually this far ahead, that's also when you wanna itemize more defensively. Because I already have an insane amount of damage, right? The main issue is that I can get caught out and die quickly, and then like 10,000 of my team's gold is not going to be useful in the fight. So I need to make sure I don't die, so of course I'm going to go for Crown. Which is also like a core item on Katarina anyway. Even though you don't care about the mana, the passive is just too good to ignore. Gonna push out the waves and maybe see if I can catch someone out. This guy has a lot of magic resist, but I can maybe one-shot him. Okay, I'm kind of trolling here. Okay. Dude, we're out of there. Thank you, Soraka, for coming in clutch, and maybe we can even get a kill from it. I was so caught out there. This Yone had so much magic resist, I could not kill him. Oh. Good stun from the Echo. I don't have my ulti, but I can still clean up. I got it reset, now I have ulti too. Perfect. 12 kills, legendary. Good follow-up from my team, by the way. Like, they didn't completely abandon me. They followed up the play. I respect that. Perfect. We picked up the turret. Gonna look to base and get myself my crown. We're completely stomping this game, but it's literally just us. Like, if we remove our kills, the score is 3-2, right? So it's only us that's super fat. Our team is like not doing that much work.
Why? Because I can.
The dragon is spawning in 10 seconds. So we're gonna group up for that. I doubt the enemy team is gonna contest. Especially like in a 5v5 team fight, they stand no chance against Katarina. Oh, hello, Yone. We can wait on his shadow. Gonna drop my passive on it. Oh, he's tanky. We're still gonna be able to kill him, I think, with my ult, but yeah. Oh, he was tanky, but we're still able to kill him. He has both magic resist boots and wit sense. This way, so tanky. Maybe I can go in on this. Milio is walking on my passive. Thank you, Milio, for the resets. And we're able to clean up the Kaisa as well. This is also why Katarina is such a frustrating champion to play against. Right there, Kaisa played that super well, right? But because Milio messed up and walked into my passive, I was able to get my resets, get my ulti back up, and clean up the Kaisa as well. So through no fault of her own, just because her teammate messed up, she gets punished as well. And this is why I hate playing against Katarina. Because if your teammates don't play well, it's similar to Master Yi, right? If your teammates don't play well and they give her like resets, it's gonna be a very unfun time for you. And we're continuing our massive snowball. Need to be a little careful with Yone because he's actually pretty tanky and we can't really one-shot him. Oh, Gragas. Now my team has good engage with Ornn, so we have to wait for him to go in, and he does. And we find the opportunity to flash in, and now we can just go ham and clean up. Oh, hello Gragas. He didn't go on us, thankfully. We're not able to pick up the Aurelian Soul because of stasis. But maybe we can dive again. Oh, I kinda messed up with my ulti. Oh no, the Katarina mechanics are awful. Alright, nice. We're able to clean up the Yone though. Dude, the Soraka heals are coming in clutch as well. Should be able to take this turret. Nice. Yeah, ideally you want like a primary engaged champion in your team as well, like the Ornn, right? So that I can like follow up while they're crowd controlled and they can't do anything with my damage. Okay, we are overextending a little bit, but I have such a big lead that even if they do fight here, we'd probably still win the fight quite easily. I kind of want to drop 20 kills this game too. It seems like it will probably happen. Unless my team just takes all the kills in the last fight. But this could be a 20 plus kill game. And we're like hogging all the kills too. We have 17 out of 21 and even 3 assists. This is like complete 1v9 game, by the way. Okay, Soraka. Big. The Jhin went down, but Soraka smurfed it. If we can go in on the Kaisa. Oh, I am kind of trolling here. Need to get out. I should be good. Soraka's here too. Maybe we can clean this up. Reset! I didn't get a reset. No! I messed up. I thought I could kill Milio there and get a reset and kill them all, but I wasn't able to kill him. Unfortunately, we gave our shutdown to Kaisa too. But my team is able to clean up. We're just too far ahead. And I still did a lot of damage there even though I died. That's the cool thing with Katarina too, because you deal so much AoE damage. Even when you die, you usually have so much damage dealt. What is this fight? This is so bad. What is going on? Okay, there you go, Echo. Start getting some kills. This is the weirdest fight I've ever seen. Alright, I guess we'll go anti-shield. They have Yone, they have Milio, and they have Kaisa. 3 shielding champions. It's probably not necessary, but might as well. And our team should be able to get Baron pretty easily. Yone's already dead, and if anybody tries to come near the Baron, I will just one-tap them. Need to zone out the enemy jungler specifically. Need to make sure Gragas doesn't come anywhere near. Kaisa might walk in. Oh, there's a Gragas. We're just gonna immediately go on him. There we go. And I saw the Kaisa walking somewhere here, so maybe we can chase her down as well. Oh, there she is. I could flash for that, but I'm not sure where Milio is, and I don't want to risk it. There he is. I can probably go now. Nope, I'm trolling. Oh, I'm trolling. Why am I going 1v4? Okay. So, tip for you guys. Don't do what I'm doing, especially once you get Baron, because now I'm completely destroying my team's Baron tempo, by the way. Completely griefing my team's Baron tempo. Engage. Because now for the next like 30 seconds, we're not all on the map. Right? So we can't really push and we're wasting our Baron. The dragon is also spawning. But it looks like the enemy team probably won't be contesting that anyway. They're too far behind. They just need to defend the Baron. Perfect. And we actually have the Infernal Soul. Like we weren't fed enough. I still want to get 20 kills though. I haven't been able to get my 20 kills. My team started getting kills instead. And I've kind of been inting for no reason. We're just gonna push out top lane, so all the waves are pushed. Try and triple inhib the enemy team with this Baron if possible. And if they do mess up and they fight us, then we can probably end. I don't think there's any chance of the enemy team is winning like a team fight. My damage is too great. Oh, and Yone is completely caught out. Take that, don't mind if I do. I need one more kill for the 20 bomb. We can probably clean up here. Get my passive reset. And clean him up. Oh, he flashed away. We got the Kaisa. We still have flash too. Oh my god, the damage. That was just my passive and my first ability. And we got the 20 bomb. Huge. Gonna drop a nuke on these guys. We should be able to end the game pretty easily now, but let's see if we can go for more. We got 21, 22, 23 kills, popping off big with the Katarina. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more Wild Rift content.